Hi, I am M. Jagadish, Associate Professor in CSC Department. In this session, we discuss about passing parameters to base class constructors. And we just go to discuss about the inheritance concept. So, when we are under the inheritance, we know how to derive a class from base class to derived class, and how can we acquire the properties from base class to derived class. And along with the properties, we can also go to work with constructors. So when we just go to work with constructors, it is easily to execute the constructor of the derived class when we just go to create the object in a derived class. And now here we just go to discuss about not only to execute the derived class constructors, we are going to execute the base class constructors also. That is also done easily. But the thing is, in some cases, we just go to pass the parameters to the constructors to both derived class and base class constructors. And when we just go to pass the parameters to the derived class constructor, then it is easily to pass the parameters to the derived class constructors at the time of execution or at the time of creating the objects. Then apart from this, in some cases, we can also pass the parameters to the base class constructors. When we just go to pass the parameters to the base class constructors, then the question is how to pass the parameters or arguments to the base class constructor. In which manner we can pass the parameters to base class constructor. In order to provide the solution to pass the parameters to base class constructors, here we are using the expanded form of derived class constructors. And that expanded form of derived class constructor is nothing but like this. First of all, we have to specify the derived constructor. In the derived class itself, we just go to define the derived constructor. So in derived constructor, we specify argument list if necessary, and then colon. Then after that, to specify the base class constructors. Now look at this here. I am specifying the base class constructors like base 1, base 2, base 3 up to base n. You can specify any number of constructors. It is not restricted that we have to specify only one base class constructor. Now here base 1, base 2, base 3 up to base n are nothing but these are the base class constructors along with argument list. You can specify the argument list of the particular or respective base class constructor. Then open brace. Then here specify the body of derived constructor and then close brace. Thereby the derived class constructor completes. Then in which we just go to specify the order here. In the similar fashion, the base class constructors are going to execute. That indicates first base 1 we are specifying. So base 1 constructor will execute first. Then base 2. So base 2 constructor will execute next. Then base 3. Like that, the order in which we are executing here, in similar manner, this say number of constructors in the base classes will execute. Then we'll look at example how these base class constructors will execute from the derived class. Now look at this particular example. Here first we define a class base, then open brace, then specify protected. In the protected modes, here I am specifying one particular variable. So int I, then in the public section, I just define the constructor. Now look at this base, whereas same name of the class name. So the function name is same to the class name, so it is a constructor. So to this constructor, I am passing one parameter int x, and in this one, I simply initialize the value of x to I, and simply I am printing one statement constructing base, and then come to the next one destructor. So here simply destructor is nothing but the one which is specifying destructing the base. Then close the class. Thereby class terminates. Then this is the base class. Then go to the derived class. Now here in the derived class, I am specifying class. The name of the derived class is derived. Then colon. I am deriving a new class derived in public modes from the base class base. Then again, here I just go to specify int j as a data member in the private modes, and in the public modes, I am defining the constructor named as derived. Now look at this here, class name and function name, both are same. So this is the constructor. Then here in this constructor, in the derived class constructor, I am passing two parameters, int x comma int y. Then colon. Look at this. This is the way how we just go to pass the parameters to base class. Now base y. Now observe here clearly. Then close brace. J is equal to x, whatever the value of x it is, that is assigned to j. Then simply one statement constructing derived, which will be appeared on the output screen. Then close the constructor. Then again define the destructor. So here in the destructor means to display destructing derived. Whenever the destructor is invoked, then automatically it displays destructing derived. Then close the function, then close the class. Then thereby class terminates. Then come to the next one. Here in the class itself, we just go to specify one more function, that is nothing but show. So void show, which is meant to display the I value and j value. Then we just go to specify the show function close, then class close, thereby class terminates. Then come to the main function. Simply in the main function, I am creating the object for the derived class. It is the constructor. So whenever object creates, then automatically the derived class constructor will execute. That indicates it passes 3, 4 values to the derived class constructor. So then look at this. These 3, 4 values will pass it to derived class constructor, and the derived class constructor is nothing but this one. So those 3 and 4 values are assigned to x and y. Now observe clearly, the x value is 3, which is assigned to j. So now j value is 3. And look at this. Now here I am passing the 4 value to the base class constructor. So base y. So base y means the y value here is nothing but 4. It is the base class constructor. So immediately it executes the base class constructor. Now here the base class constructor is nothing but that's one. So that 4 value is assigned to x. So x value is assigned to I. Now I value is 4. So it simply displays constructing base. Then come to this one of displaying constructing is base, and it displays constructing derived. So next, then the next statement is ob.show. ob.show, that indicates it is going to display the I and j values. The I and j values means 3, 4 values will be appeared on the screen. So now when we just go to display the outputs, it displays I and j values, and also it displays both constructing base, constructing derived, then destructing derived, destructing base. This is the output which it is going to execute. Thank you.